Hello, this is Aaron Rice with the Virtual Reality Collaboration Lab here in downtown Baltimore. We are powered by Verbella, which stands for Virtual Business Environment for Learning and Assessment. That's the virtual world that we're in right now, so I want to welcome you. We're going to do a tour of our Expo Hall. And since most convention centers are closed because of the pandemic, I just want to show you kind of our digital twin, our digital substitute, because we're always thinking virtual first, right? So super excited that you're here to check this out. These boards that you see with the My Perfect Neighborhood. This is the Live Baltimore website, and these are what are called web boards. So you can click on the little magnifying glass that'll enlarge the web board. It's a fully functional website. The great thing about these boards, and you'll see them throughout the experience throughout the digital twin, is you can type in a website URL down here if you wanted to. You can use the webcam functionality to be able to share your camera if you wanted to do some sort of a web conference right here on the screen. You can share your computer screen onto this web board as well. You can upload a document from your desktop or your files on your computer, and then you can also type in any URL, whether it be a YouTube video or any URL. For the most part, will aggregate right into that section. So those are called web boards, and one of the great things about this area here is this is a cool little reception area. And again, it's got a web board that people can use for, serendipitous presentations, and there's some seating here. So if you had somebody that wanted to kind of take a seat and welcome your guests, you could do that from here. Right. So this gives you full ability to be able to kind of look around and, engage with your guests as they're coming in, just as kind of a welcome center, welcome area for your expo guests. Great thing about this space as well, there's a lot of space for private conversations. So these areas where you see the blue circles around the tables and chairs, these are what are called private volume areas. And basically what that means is the only people that are sitting in those inside the blue circle can hear the conversation that's going on in the blue circle. So as I'm walking up and down the aisle here, and let's say there's a group of people having, conversations over coffee or what have you, I can actually hear those conversations. And the great thing about it is they can't hear me if I'm walking up and down the aisle having another conversation. So very much like a conventional convention center. So here are some of your sponsor logos. Great place to be able to highlight your sponsors. And the great thing about this is the logos are all hyperlinked. You can hyperlink them back to your partner's website, so they can use that as a lead capture tool. So we've got some more web boards on this side, some seating, and everywhere, like I said, everywhere you have that highlighted blue area on the floor, these are what are called private volume areas, and that way people can have private conversations without being interrupted. Lots of space for logos, corporate sponsors. And so we've got some logos on this wall. We've got Fulton Mortgage, First Home Mortgage, Fairway, Bay Capital, George Mason, M&T Bank. Let me take you outside this way real quick. So you've got some more, seating available, additional spaces for logos. And again, all logos are hyperlinked back to websites. This, of course, goes to the Live Baltimore website. We've got the private volume areas under the umbrella. So if 2 people want to sit out here, 3 or 4 people want to sit out here outside under the sun, cool off a little bit, grab a drink, maybe some coffee, tea, wine, what have you, folks can do that, and they can do it, kind of privately. And then if you wanted to have a bigger discussion, you could do that here as well. And that basically means that the only people that can hear the conversation that's going on are the people within the circle, which is great for, additional breakout sessions. And then you've got a couple of private volume areas over here as well. Lots of space for customization with logos, sponsorship, which is ideal for a situation like this. All right, so why don't I take you into our Expo Hall. So this is the Expo Hall. Why don't we go ahead and start on this side. And again, you've got the private areas here. You've got web boards, so people can interact with websites, whether it's for lead generation or what have you. So a lot of opportunities there. Lots of logos on the walls, and again, all logos are hyperlinked back to sponsor websites, right? So these are the booths, and let's check it out here. So this is the Live Baltimore booth, right? This is the signature booth, and I've got two separate private volume areas, meaning the people in this section can't hear the conversation with the people that are having a conversation in this section of the booth, and the people that are outside of both of those areas can't hear the conversation in either one of those two areas. So it gives you a lot of great, private volume areas. And the way that works is if you've got, 1,000, 2,000 people walking up and down the aisles, it can get a little boisterous. And you want to be able to have those private volume areas so you can have those one-on-one conversations. And again, all logos are hyperlinked back to website. And one of the great things too is that once you hop into the private volume area, then the web board pops up, and it's got the magnifying glass so that you can actually engage with the website or any type of web content that might be on the screen just by entering the URL down here. And again, it's got that same functionality with the webcam, the screen share functionality as well, and being able to upload documents at any time as well. So great for engaging with people at the event. And all these booths can be customized. So if you have the right administrative moderator abilities, you can kind of change the color of the booth if you wanted to. I've kind of kept it to kind of match the Live Baltimore color schemes, but that's very customizable. And again, when I'm in this space, the only people that can see the screen are the people that actually have entered into this private volume area to be able to, number one, hear the conversation, and number two, see what's on the screen. So as I step out, the logo comes back, which is again hyperlinked to the website, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's keep it moving. You got Park Heights CDC, right? You've got PNC. So this is a great section for your, signature sponsor. Right now we've got them, kind of represented as PNC Bank. And then again, you hop in, and then you've got, either a logo or you've got, access to the PNC website. So this booth has a few different private volume areas. I'm inside a private volume area. And then if I wanted to have a sit down, conversation, this is an additional private area, meaning the only people that can hear the conversation at this table are the four people that are sitting at the table. A few more people could join us, but that's a definite private conversation within the booth, and then the conversations within the overall larger booth is a private conversation. And now I've exited that private conversation area, so nobody walking up and down the hall can kind of hear the conversation that's going on in the booth. So pretty sweet function. And then you've got Keller Williams, Charm City Buyers, excuse me. You've got their booth. And one cool thing about this is, in this particular situation, you've got access to their website. And, so they've got some video content on their site. So you could either, play video content that's embedded into the website, or you can actually, type in the YouTube URL here and play the video that way if you wanted to. So a lot of great, interactions there. The magnifying glass, like I said, zooms people in, zooms them out. The only people that can actually hear this video are the people that are in this section of the booth. Meaning if I'm in this section of the booth, I can't see nor hear what's on the screen. But when I hop back over, then the website jumps back up on the screen. So pretty sweet. And then same thing when I'm outside the booth as well. All right, and then in this section here is where you've got additional, sponsor logos. So you can just kind of walk on in, and then you've got the web board as well for people to be able to, engage with the website, jump back out, and then it's got your sponsor logo. And the great thing about this space here is that, if you have a vendor, a sponsor who, doesn't have the budget for a larger booth, there's also these, smaller areas we can have these kind of one-on-one conversations that still have the same functionality as some of the larger booths, with the webcam, the screen share, and the uploading of documents and the Zoom function. So it gives people a lot of different alternatives, hosts and sponsors as well. So a lot of different pricing schemes that you can come up with. And so we've, customized these with all different logos, whether it's Habitat for Humanity, Healthy Neighborhoods, St. Ambrose. You've got more private volume areas here for people to be able to engage and have additional conversations while enjoying the views of this digital campus. So why don't we go down a few more aisles, see what else we have. We got M&T Bank. You've got Bay Capital, George Mason, Fairway, First Home Mortgage, Meridian Bank. And again, all the information is all tied back. So for example, this is Chris Cook's website with Berkshire Hathaway. So if people want to engage with the Chris Cook team, they can do that. And the logos are all hyperlinked back to his site as well. So again, that's throughout the sample that I'm showing today. I got Coldwell Banker, EXP, St. Ambrose, Southeast, Southeast CDC, right? Everybody's hyperlinked to their websites, all fully functional for this demo that I want to show you. All right, so let's see who else we got here. Got some additional booths here. All right, so set up, for that convention, for a, maybe for your fall, spring trolley tour. This is definitely a different way to approach it, for sure. Again, all logos are hyperlinked. So why don't I go ahead and take you upstairs, because this is a multi-level experience. We'll go ahead and run upstairs real quick. And so you've got some additional spaces, additional private volume areas, additional spaces for, lender representation or sponsorship representation. Again, all links go back to sponsor websites for their lead capture. Lots of space to be able to engage with prospective buyers, prospective sellers, or all types of clients that you might be, promoting to. You got City Chic, you've got the Garner Group, Durham City Buyers. All right, so all that's here, and then overlooks the actual Expo Hall as well, which is pretty cool. But there is something I do want to show you, which I think is super cool. So why don't we go ahead and run back downstairs, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is a digital twin of the virtual trolley tour. This is a true virtual experience, and we call it a digital twin, right? So what I want to show you is, you can see that we've got rows A, B, and C. If you look at the flags up top, what I'm going to do, I have the functionality to be able to add additional booths. So with a click of a button, what I can do is actually double. That's right, double the size of the Expo Hall just with a click of a button. And now we've gone from row A, row B, row C, D, E, and F. Right? So if you have a situation where you want to add more vendors, more realtors, more lenders, you can do that with additional space here in the Expo Hall. So I thought that was pretty cool. Wanted just to take a few minutes just to show you that. I'll show you some of the new things that we're working on here at the Virtual Reality Collaboration Lab. So feel free to reach out. I'll make sure I leave my contact information. Again, this is Aaron Rice with the Virtual Reality Collaboration Lab. We go by VR Collab, and I'm glad you got a chance to check it out. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.